Hello and welcome back to another exciting episode. Today we are at Waterways Park and Visitor Center. So come along with us and see what we can see.
We actually came for the museum, which you'll see in the next episode.
The museum, at the time that we visited, opened at 10 a.m. However, the rest of the park does open at dawn. Right behind the museum, you will find ample parking. And they do have quite a few handicap parking. Being early birds that we are, we got here quite a bit early, so we're going to go ahead and tour the battlefield first and take a look at the surrounding area.
The first place we're going to check out is the Waterway Trail, which runs parallel to the A&C Canal. It was opened in 1859, dug by steam dredges, which enabled trade route between the Chesapeake Bay and Albemarle Sound. In fact, as you see here, it still is able to push goods and services through this very same canal. This waterway trail is a very casual walk of about 1.25 miles, and it does have occasional benches every now and again that you can just sit and relax and enjoy the view. Walking is very easy with relatively basic, easy walking trails that are relatively flat.
And there are these little mini side trails as well, if you want to be a little more adventurous. Or you can just stay on the main trail. See all kinds of different mounds. I'm not sure if those are natural, I don't think so. Possibly part of the battlefield. And when a boat has a boat, you know that's a big boat. Here's a little beaver tree. Looks like somebody gnawed on it. Most definitely.
The next trail we ventured onto was the Boardwalk and Marsh Overlook, which is where a couple outside toilets were available if you needed them. We thought that was a nice touch. This was also an even easier walk, and for the most part, handicapped accessible. At least until you got to the actual overlook where you couldn't get to the top level if you were handicapped. However, it was still definitely worth the walk. There's also a few really cool side trails if you wish and are able to endeavor. And it looks like at least a portion of this walk was done as an Eagle project, which I thought was really cool, especially since both the boys are Eagle Scouts. Now it was time to head back towards the museum. However, there's a couple more outside areas we wanted to check out before going into the museum. But little did we know that in those areas, the best was yet to come. So stay tuned.
Off on another trail, the History Trail. And of course, on the History Trail, there are plenty of these history plaques that you can read. And there's a little piece of what is representative of a breezeway back in the Civil War, just to the left of the drawbridge sign.
Waterways Park is also the home of an interpretive historic pathway, an outdoor amphitheater, a recreation of the causeway from 1775, a family picnic area, and a monument to the troops that lost their lives during the Battle of Great Bridge.
And here's an example of what the causeway actually looked like. Not at the same place, at a different place. But just to give you an idea of how wide it was and probably what it was made of. And this is how they believe it was constructed, at least per archaeological evidence.
On the other side of the highway, supposedly there is another trail that includes more history and a lock. Let's go check that out. Now, why do they call this area Great Bridge? Well, Great Bridge is a community located in the independent city of Chesapeake in state of Virginia. Its name is derived from the American Revolution War Battle of Great Bridge, which took place on December 9th, 1775, and resulted in the final removal of British government from the colony and dominion of Virginia.
And that does it for the trails. So thank you for coming along with us.
I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Now remember, come back for the next episode because there's much more to see. As always, have a great day.